What up, everybody, doing back? And today, is the day of the season finale, so get ready. But in this video, we are going to be talking about who is going to be getting the bat. So I actually just picked this up at Walker Stalker Con. Pretty cool. So me and the rest of the world have narrowed it down to two characters who are going to be the most likely to die. Those characters are Glenn and Daryl. Now, I'm going to start off by saying why Glenn might die, just because there's more things that would suggest his death than Daryl's. So I'm going to start with Glenn, then do Daryl. Then I'll talk about why they won't die, just to kind of give both sides of the argument. So now I'm going to put Lucille down and get into it. Alright, so Glenn. His death has been foreshadowed since way back in Season 4. The very first time we ever got any sort of foreshadowing for Glenn's death was around the time after the prison attack back in Season 4. It was the point when you didn't know if Glenn was dead or alive. You didn't know if he was on the bus or not. And there's a scene when Daryl and Beth walk past a whole bunch of pile of dead bodies, and in that pile is a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire. So that was the very first time we ever got any sort of hint at Lucille. From there is the obvious Terminus situation when he almost got cracked over the head and was saved by Carol at the very last minute. From that, so he almost died there from a baseball bat. That would have foreshadowed his death. Later on in Season 5, he picked up a baseball bat, which could also foreshadow it. Now, getting into Season 6, things that would foreshadow Glenn's death are just the fact that after he killed those saviors in the bedroom when they were all sleeping in the compound or whatever, he looked up and saw these pictures of heads on the wall. The heads were all bashed in, possibly foreshadowing him seeing the way he's gonna die. And then the most recent episode, which was The Walking Dead, Season 6, Episode 15, East, Glenn looks at Maggie in the shower, and Maggie seems to touch his head a whole lot. And then that scene when Glenn's driving away to go after Daryl, and in the rearview mirror you see Maggie being left behind, could also be showing that he might die. Now, there are other reasons why Glenn will die. I guess Glenn is the cat of The Walking Dead. And you know how there's the saying, cats have 9 lives. Well, Glenn's pretty much used up all of his 9 lives. Let's go through it. He nearly died in Vitos, Season 1 episode. He was nearly shoved off a roof. Go to Season 2, The Well. He nearly died in The Well. Season 3, he was interrogated and beat, nearly killed by Merle. Season 4, he had the flu, nearly died. Season 5, he was nearly killed by the Terminus people when they nearly cracked him over the head with the bat. He was nearly killed by Nicholas. I haven't been keeping track. I should probably do that. Alright. Season 1, 2, and 3 only had 1. Season 4 had 1. Season 5 had 1, did I say? Season 5, he was nearly killed by Nicholas. Season 6, alright, so now we're at 6 lives used. Season 6, he was nearly killed by Nicholas again when Nicholas shot himself and he crawled under the dumpster. He was nearly killed when he was pinned against the wall and Abraham and Sasha had to rescue him. What else? He's been kidnapped now, and that's 8 lives. So, going off this theory that Glenn is the cat of The Walking Dead, he's not going to be making it out of this next one. So, if the eeny, meeny, miny, mo game lands on Glenn, he's dead. I really don't want that. Glenn's my favorite character, so. Now on to why Daryl might die. Daryl, he is kind of Glenn at the time in the comic book series when he died was issue 100. Oh, that's the other thing. Glenn dies in the comic book series, and that's an iconic moment that they might want to not stray away from. So, anyways, Daryl might die because he is kind of like Glenn from the comic series. In the comic series, Glenn was the most liked character at the time. There was a poll, and he came out number 1, and he was killed in issue 100 shortly afterward. So Daryl is probably the most loved character of the Walking Dead series. He's not my favorite. He's maybe not even my top 5, but he's most of the world's favorite. So the other reasons, Daryl's killed more saviors than anyone I can think of. Dwight and Daryl have this thing going on where they hate each other. If Dwight turns Daryl over to Negan and says, kill this guy, he's been trouble. Then Daryl's screwed. So other things that could lead to Daryl, it'd be a huge impact, it'd be a shocking moment. Pretty much most average viewers wouldn't see it coming, so it would have the wow factor. And if you guys are looking at me, I'm just staring at the bat. Sorry, I should put it down and stop paying attention to it. It's just really cool. So, it'd be shocking. It would, most viewers would not see it coming. That's the thing. So that's pretty much the only reasons I could think that Daryl would die, is just he did kill way more saviors than anyone else, and Dwight knows that he's killed a lot. So reasons why Glenn won't die. The biggest reason Glenn won't die is because it's too obvious. Everyone knows Glenn dies in the comics. Even if you don't read the comics, you still know Glenn dies in the comics at this part. It is a fact. It's all over the internet. It's all over everywhere. So, you know, and besides, the impact of it would not be anything. Personally, I would feel sad that Glenn died, but it's nothing now, because they already did this whole fake out death with Nicholas, which took away all of the emotional impact you could have when he dies. So they kind of screwed themselves there. From there, Glenn, he's kind of screwed, to be honest. He doesn't have as much going for him to stay alive as Daryl does. And another reason Glenn might die is because he did kill. In the comic book series, Glenn never killed. In the show, he did kill. He kind of signed off his fate. Now, Daryl won't die because he's the fan favorite. He brings in all of the attention. He has all the fangirls, all of that stuff. He is the most popular person on The Walking Dead, and he brings up the ratings a lot. He does a lot to advertise The Walking Dead. So by killing Daryl, they're losing probably their biggest advertiser / most well-known actor, and I don't think they want to do that. Norman Reedus also has said he is friends with the producers and writers. I'm sure Steven Yeun is too, but I don't know. Norman Reedus also, another reason he probably won't die is because he said he's coming back for Season 7. I have a theory on mine. I'm going to explain that right now. So, Norman Reedus says he's coming back for Season 7, yet at the same time, most people are saying it's going to be a cliffhanger ending. You're not going to see who dies, meaning there is open room for next season to open with him getting beaten in. We finally see it. So maybe he's only in the first episode. I don't think it's going to be a cliffhanger death. I think that would be too hard to keep secret who's dead, but if it is, that's how Norman Reedus could come back. Or they could just see his body next season. Maybe he could just get buried. So, who knows? I personally hope it's Daryl who dies, because Glenn's my favorite, like I've said. Norman Reedus, he's just got all the fans. He's just got all the attention. Everyone loves him, so I really think it'd be hard for them to kill him and do it right. That's really all I have to say. Other than Negan's appearance should be awesome. It's going to be pretty much, probably could be the coolest thing of the season. This could make the season the best season so far. I like Season 3 best so far, but this season definitely I'm gonna say if this episode is a 10 out of 10 or even a 9 out of 10, that probably puts it up there as the best season ever. And it's gonna be great to see Negan on screen. So, anyways, thank you all for watching, and I just forgot something right now. I just thought of it. Another reason why Daryl will die. Not that he will, but why I think he will. Why wouldn't Negan kill him? In the comic book series, Negan only does eeny, meeny, miny, mo because he can't decide who to kill. He doesn't want to kill Glenn because he doesn't want to be a racist and all this stuff. When it gets to Daryl, what is there to say, no, I'm not going to kill you? Unless Daryl's just not there, unless Dwight kept him for himself, then I'm going to say with full confidence, Daryl's dead. But at the same time, Daryl's close to death. He just got shot, so that kind of makes him immune. But I really don't know. I don't know who's going to die. I'll find out tonight, hopefully. So, see you all then. I'm T-Man. T-Man.